Hey girls, it's Friday, February 10th, and this is Libby, and you're watching 5 Girls, 5 Minutes. This week I really didn't do much, except for go to my sign language class, get my hair trimmed, and hang out with Mercedes. Ever since I took a semester off, I haven't really been doing much, especially since I don't get a lot of work during, like, this time of year, because, I mean, it's really slow at work, so I don't get a lot of hours. Anyway, so I guess I'll answer some questions. Sarah asked, do you ever get into things different from your norm? I've been thinking about this for a while, and I can't really think of anything. Um, because I'm into such a wide variety of things, like, there's not really any one genre of things I'm into. Um, and those that I am, there aren't really any, like, differences. Um, 'Cause, like, I watch all different types of movies, some more than others, but I honestly am trying to think of anything that, like, honestly, like, the only thing I can think of is, like, crocheting, because I'm not normally, like, that kind of artsy crafty person, and I'm not that good at crocheting, because I can only make scarves and hats, and things that stem from scarves and hats, but, that's really it. I can't really, like I said, I can't draw very well, or I know we don't scrapbook or anything, so crochet is really the only sort of, I know, handiwork sort of thing I do. Um, that's all I could think of. And Tara asked, what are we reading? I'm currently reading Game of Thrones on my Kindle. Um, I just started, so I'm not very far along at all. I pretty much only read when I'm working out. I know that sounds weird, but because I go, I don't, you can't say run or cycle or whatever. I use the elliptical a lot for, like, an hour at a time. So I usually read on that, and I finished The Secret Garden for, like, the billionth time. And so I started up Game of Thrones, and it's good so far. Like I said, I'm not very far at all, like, unbelievably unfar. But that's what I'm reading. And Tally asked, something you've done that spiraled out of control. I have nothing. Like, I don't know. I'm a pretty tame person. I don't know. I don't really, can't even remember what her example was. But I don't know. I usually, anything I start, I don't finish. Like, when I was a kid, for instance, I tried starting to do, 1,000 paper cranes, and I think I maybe made 100. I don't know. I have a lot of paper cranes laying around, but not nearly 1,000. I don't know, I'm pretty much the exact opposite of anything spiraling out of control, because I usually don't finish anything. Just put it that way. Um, and then Itzel asked, what are we excited for? She basically already said what I'm excited for this month, which is going up to Chicago, seeing her, seeing Big Time Rush and all that. I mean, I don't have anything else planned for the month, or really any time down the line. Um, I mean, there's movies I'm looking forward to, but that's not nearly as big as going up to Chicago. I'm really excited about the new Hayao Miyazaki movie, which is based on the book The Borrowers. And I think it looks really cute. I love basically any Hayao Miyazaki movies, Ponyo, House Moving Castle, um, Princess Mononoke, Spirited Away. I freaking love them all. I've seen pretty much all of them, except for one. I can't remember what it is, though. Anyway, my question is, kind of stemming off Tara's question was, my question, what book have you reread the most? If you're one of those people that rereads books. My dad rereads books all the time. Like, he just finished the available Dresden Files series, and I was, like, going back and rereading them. Like, he started them maybe a few months ago, and he's rereading them already. I usually don't do that. Same with movies. I can't really stand watching movies or TV shows or anything repeatedly. Supernatural, maybe I've seen that's the episodes I've seen the most of any TV show, and I still haven't seen them a lot just because I hate rewatching things, especially hate rereading things. But one thing I mentioned was, The Secret Garden. I've reread The Secret Garden and A Little Princess multiple times because I really love Frances Hodgins Burnett. I don't know, I really like the stories. And then when I was younger, like in middle school, I reread the book, I can't even remember what it was called, but it was about a girl, it was like basically mini biography of a true story of a girl who had polio, like all 3 kinds of polio at once. And I reread that like 2-3 times. But I don't reread books that often, but I think probably at least one of you girls, probably, I don't know, probably, I imagine you guys reread books a lot just because you seem the type, and that's really cool type because you really, rereading books, you get to know more, you notice things, like when I reread the Harry Potter series, for instance, for last time I read them, I was a kid, and then I read them kind of more of adult, you catch a lot more stuff. So I was just curious what books you guys have reread the most. I don't know. Anyway, I've been blabbing on for 5.5 minutes and nothing of important. So I will see you guys later, and I'll see Sarah on Monday. Alright, bye.